Okay.
Man,
I need to get that out in the universe.
I love Lion King. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 44 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is The Real Portz, and Evil Space Bunny is here. Bunny, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, Portz?
I'm doing pretty well. Pretty goddamn well. I'm trying to suck some energy out of you and get myself hyped up for this fucking whatever the fuck we're doing is, you know? They call it a podcast, but it's really just a couple of people screaming.
Yeah, it's literally just us screaming at each other about how the other person's wrong, I feel, 90% of the time.
Sometimes we agree, and that's just uncomfortable for the listeners.
Yeah.
We're gonna this is our 4 months of 2020 left vow to you, the listeners. We're gonna stop agreeing so much and start disagreeing more.
Sorry.
No. You can't also be apologetic. You have to start disagreeing now. We're like, no.
Fuck!
We're gonna agree more, you idiot.
You're the one who's you're the one. Yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna apologize. You don't have to apologize. We'll disagree on this.
Bunny, what's up with you? How was your week?
Week was actually really good. I played a couple of new games, which was kind of unexpected, and it was a pleasant surprise. How about for you?
I played
was it a good week?
One new game, and I think it's one of the same games you played, and it was a delightful surprise, considering I don't really play those types of games.
Yeah, I know. I think since we both played this same game, we should save that maybe towards the end of what we played.
Yeah, sure. I'm down with that, although it's the lion's share of what I played, so maybe you'll go first. You go first.
Okay.
Tell me what the fuck you played, and then we'll finish with talking about Grounded. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what I played this week was I got to play Destroy All Humans on Saturday because it was really funny because I was talking to chat about while I was playing Grounded. I was like, yeah, it was either this game or Destroy All Humans, and I picked this game because I think I would get more out of it eventually, and it's Obsidian, who I'm obsessed with, you know.
Yeah.
I love them as a game developer, and I really want to support them. And I was talking about it. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll look into getting Destroy All Humans, if not this week, maybe in a couple weeks, and then we can play it on Saturday. Well, then my fucking community came together, and then they bought me fucking Destroy All Humans. And they fucking, yeah, I know, fucking, it like blew me away. I was not expecting it. I was really tired. I woke up to it. I was like, what the fuck, you guys? I'm in the bathroom. I'm like scrolling through my phone. All of a sudden Steam pops up, and it's like, here's a gift. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's awesome.
Josh thought something happened to me. But,
comes running
so
in. What's the matter?
That.
People are so nice.
People are so nice to me. Well, I have to go pee in the morning. But, yeah, so I got to play that. It's literally a, like, shot-for-shot remake of the original. They had some of the original voice actors. They had some of the new voice actors.
So it's not a retexture. It's like they made the game again?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, like, it feels really good. It's a lot of the same thing, and it looks really cheesy. Like, I loved the original, how it looked, and, like, I like how this one looks because it looks really cheesy, and they kept a lot of the weird shenanigans in there. There's a lot of weird sexual shenanigans. I think this is, like, one of PlayStation 2's, I think it was on the PlayStation 2? Like, M-rated games. My mom wouldn't let me get it, so I had to play it through a friend. And, cause, like, there's, like, so many, like, hot ladies talking about how their lesbian experiences, and same with guys, too, which made me fucking laugh. And then there's, like, all these other ones. It's like, oh, I hope the rumors about blah, blah, blah is true because, how does it go? And then she makes, like, a horse sound because he's hung like a horse.
Oh, I see.
And, like, there's all these other things. They kept some of the stuff in there that I thought was, like, sort of questionable at times. Like, they use the derogatory term for little person a lot. And I know this was back in, like, 2008.
Yeah.
2007 when this game came out. And I was, like, kind of surprised that they kept that line in there. But it was just, like, whatever. I was like, I mean, I don't think people are going to get upset about that.
I'm like, definitely of the mind that, you know, what's what happened when we didn't know, like, shouldn't be shut down now. Like them taking old episodes of fucking, was it Golden Girls or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, just, it was in the past, right? We understand.
Yeah.
We understand it was in the past. It's not normal now, obviously, because everyone's not fucking doing it. Anyway.
Right. Yeah. No. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So they kept all that in there. They kept pretty much every line in there. The weird sexual tension between you and your like leader was still there, and it was just all.
So what?
It was great.
My view of this game is like based on screenshots, I think, because basically,
right.
all I remember was just looking at the back of the box and maybe on like a store page or something like that back in the day. I never played it. What is the gameplay?
It's so you basically have these missions. Each mission you go to a different area, the part of the U.S. It's based in like the 1950s, but think of Fallout 1950s, where there's like some technology that isn't even available now.
Is that from the aliens?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Some of it's the aliens, some of it's the humans, and like you're basically going around doing these stupid missions, trying to infiltrate these humans in order to destroy the planet, right? And you find these other humans that are also trying to infiltrate the United States and destroy the United States. So you're stopping them at some points, and you're teaming, and like you're fighting against them so you can infiltrate and then you can destroy the planet. And it's just all fucking cheesy, like tongue-in-cheek humor. And like you run around either in your spaceship and you're just like fucking blowing shit up from your spaceship, or you're down on the ground and you're the alien and you're just running around and just fucking destroying everything with your little guns and all your little weapons, your anal probes.
Okay, so the gameplay
like
is kind of in the title. Gotcha.
It's really fun. It's really cheesy. There's like, you could also just go back to like old missions and just destroy everything if you wanted to, like an open sandbox of a map.
It's mission based. Does that mean it's not open world, or it is?
It's not open world, no.
Okay.
So you can't go from like DC to like Arizona or whatever with like one fell swoop. You have to like back out to the menu, and you only have like a specific parameter that you could go in.
It's cool that there's different locales. Now here's the most important question: did they put Kanye West and Katy Perry's "E.T." in the game?
No, but if anybody has any fucking like musical talent / fucking
modding
AMV skills, yeah, that'd
be great.
Yeah, make us a shitty version between Pollock and.
They should recreate. I don't know what the music video is for that song, but if it's possible, you should recreate it in the game.
Yes, with the aliens. Yes, that would be great. Oh God! And like, so one of the voice actors did the voice actor for Invader Zim, and I didn't realize it, and I was like, oh, it's Zim.
That's
and
awesome.
Like that's immediately everybody kept saying that, and he sounded like exactly like Zim because he's your like commander, and he's like, it felt like Invader Zim, only like destroy all humans with a lot of weird sexual tension. It was really, really funny. It was good. It was enjoyable. I still got a ways to go in it because it's like 10 to 15 hours apparently. So I mostly just fucked off in it on Saturday. It was real good. And then I didn't play too much this week, like I said, but I did play Grounded. And I know you played Grounded. And I played single player because Microsoft is dumb and wouldn't let me change my password within the game. And then when I try to back out and do my password change on the website, it said I changed my password too many times for the day.
Yeah.
Which was only once.
So
fuck you, Microsoft.
Here is the problem. Before we get into your game, Microsoft, I mean, it works better than games for Windows Live, but they basically recreated a lot of the shittiness of that in the Xbox app on PC, and they're requiring it for all their games, and it's not good.
No.
Games crash a lot. There's a lot of connectivity problems. So Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. I've been playing that a lot with people. I was playing on the Xbox Pass because I didn't want to buy the game until I needed to, basically, because I was just paying for that pass. And then eventually I was like, enough of my friends have it on Steam, and it's like really difficult to play between the two because they have to sign into Xbox and all that shit. But the Steam version does have, like, you can just play off Steam, your Steam friends list. So I was like, let's just fucking do that.
Yeah.
But most of their games require that fucking Xbox connection, and it's just not there. It's not up to par. Getting some flashbacks. All right, Microsoft, I know you got money, dude. Just like poach some of the fucking who's doing it really well. Epic or somebody. Just fucking poach somebody.
Epic doesn't have a friends list. Oh yeah, it does. I don't have anybody on it.
Well, somebody Epic was doing the cross platform before anybody else. So I think maybe they're the ones. Maybe Steam. Just somebody from Steam, dude. Although I bet it's really hard to talk a Steam employee or a Valve employee out of it.
Probably. They're like, yeah, I work for Steam. Why would I go work for anybody else?
Yeah.
I'm Kush.
Yeah.
Okay, buys me sandwiches.
Okay, so this is going to be interesting because you have a shitload, maybe more than anyone I know, experience in this genre of survival games. So tell me what you thought about Grounded. Even though it was single player, I know obviously it's better in multiplayer, but...
Yeah, it's probably going to be better in multiplayer. I feel so. As soon as I started playing it, it felt like Scrap Mechanic, and Scrap Mechanic it is done by the people who did Raft, and I love Raft, but I cannot stand Scrap Mechanic for whatever reason. It just didn't jive with me, and so like I got a little nervous, but. After, like, sitting there and, like, going through all the menus and seeing how well put together, like, the actual building was and the menus to, like, how to get to certain items and shit like that, it was really, really nice. And especially since this is considered early access for this game, I was kind of impressed.
Right?
I was half expecting myself to pull up a fucking wiki and, like, get going on this. Because, like, as soon as I got into the game... Everybody else that was in my chat had already started playing it, including Josh, which, like, and, like, everybody was, like, literally trying to tell me what to do. I'm like, just give me 5 minutes to run around. Shut the fuck up! Yeah, it drove me nuts. It drove me nuts. And I was just like, let me just fucking die a few times and run around like an idiot, okay?
Yeah, I think it's really fun to, like, learn those games on your own.
Right.
Yeah. So, a couple things you mentioned that I not wrote down, but sort of mentally made note of. The production value seems unbelievable. It seems really good for one of these.
Right.
The graphics, the menus, the UI, like all of it, just it works and it's good. Some of the building stuff is a little frustrating, like putting walls together like on uneven ground. It a lot of times I would have to glitch. I would have to like. There's this thing you can do where you like dart back and forth like your view of like where you're putting the next wall, and you sort of glitch it into place. So you like spam the fucking button to like make it fit or whatever. I wish that was a little easier, but mostly it fucking works and it works pretty well.
Yeah, that's why I threw down. Like as soon as I saw foundations, I was like, "Oh, I'm not fucking building anything else until I can figure out how to make the foundation."
We got clay so late, so we we were just building on the ground, and it sucks building on the ground. The foundations are key, I think.
Yeah. Well, like that's how it is in like most games. Most games you can't build walls and shit without a foundation.
Oh, interesting.
So like Ark is that way. The only ones that aren't are like Minecraft and 7 Days to Die. Minecraft and 7 Days to Die both use the block mechanic where you have like a simple square.
Right.
And you go from there. Obviously, Minecraft is just squares. There are some shapes and stuff in there, but it's usually through modded. Where in 7 Days to Die, you do have a shape menu and stuff that was only added within the last 2 alphas.
Right.
But it like Ark. So the building, as soon as I started like seeing the foundations, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like Ark, but with this weird thing of like scrap mechanic where you have these heavier items that you have to actually haul back and that you don't keep in your pocket. And I thought that was a nice touch because like I ended up picking Pete because I thought he was kind of adorable. He also had the best.
I knew that was gonna be who you were gonna fucking go for. That is your type to a T.
It is my my type to a T. He's like, "Do you play role-playing games?" As soon as he said that, I was like, "Who should we pick, chat?" And I clicked on him, and he's like, "Do you like role-playing games?" I'm like, "We're playing fucking Pete."
All of them suck, by the way. I can't stand any of them.
They're all 90s kids. I mean, they're cute.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so. Yeah, so like I enjoyed the building. I thought the like menus and everything were really good. I got through all of the story part immediately, and like I was like, all right, let's figure out what the fuck to do with the rest of our time. And I just ran around exploring like the whole map, the whole area, and having this weird nostalgia feeling because I was obsessed with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids when I was growing up.
Yes.
And like I wanted to ride an ant so fucking bad. I could literally taste it. I just wanted that. And like I just had to have it. And like so that whole like experience and like wandering around and all the weird little 90s things, like there's the juice containers, all the different like kick-ass juice containers things, and then one of the juice containers has a gun on it, and I'm like, yeah, that would totally be something I saw in the 90s,
yeah,
but would not be acceptable nowadays. And I'm really excited to see
did
what
you
is gonna
did you
happen
find
with
did
this
you
game.
find the Battletoads guy?
Yes.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah. I found, like, also the Hercules wannabe, the barbarian dude's head, and, like, a couple other weird little things. And, yeah, it was just so fucking cool to see all this stuff. I killed a couple spiders because I bugged them. And,
yeah, right.
yeah.
That feels like the only way to do it.
Yeah, they're fucking impossible,
They're fucking,
and I'm by myself.
In Melee, it's just, like, it's impossible to go head-to-head with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you'd need a whole party of like people like taking turns taking aggro. Like other than glitching it, that's like the only way you would do it, I think.
Yeah, so I literally glitched it, and I killed 2 wolf spiders, and because they were one-shotting me, and I was just like, fuck this. And I couldn't build a trap yet because I couldn't find dandelions. I had a hard time finding dandelions for like the longest time.
Yeah.
And so I had a bunch of weird shit.
It seems
for
like
a
it
while.
takes a couple of days for dandelions to come back. At least, like maybe a week. Like it seems like it takes a long time.
Yeah, but yeah, I was really surprised when I saw you playing that. I was like, "What the actual fuck?" And I messaged you because I hadn't even picked it up yet at that point. I had literally not picked it up. I was still deciding between that and Destroy All Humans.
Yeah.
And I was having a really hard time with it. And then I saw you and Faye played it, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
like, wow.
Yeah, it is surprising, but it's not that surprising because Fabian and I played Don't Starve for a long time. Like that was our game together,
Right.
and so we have a survival game under our belt. And yeah, single player I would hate this. With most other people I would hate it, but like we have this fun dynamic that we're both kind of shitty at this stuff, so we're just like working it out together, and it was like a real struggle for survival. We're still going. We've put off. We haven't touched the main quest. I think we accidentally cleared the laser, but other than that, we haven't done anything yet. And we're just trying to craft every item in the game and build a kick-ass base.
Right.
That's all we're doing.
Right.
Even though there's no reason to string out the content in this game because it's like there's more coming, but I don't know. We're still liking it a lot. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have more hours than me in this game right now, which kind of surprises me.
Yeah, I played it for like an hour and a half by myself before she picked it up. So, well, maybe it wasn't that long, but yeah, some of my hours were like a different save. The unfortunate thing is that their saves are all in one line. So, if I wanted to go back to my single player game, I'd have to scroll down and like look for which teen I was or something like.
No.
Yeah, it's like the saves are not a good state, but if you just have one save and you're playing with other people, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe they'll make it like, well, since it's only going to be 4-person co-op, I don't think this is ever going to be like server based or anything like that.
Right.
Like 7 Days to Die or
Yeah.
Minecraft or anything. But, yeah, it's kind of an interesting concept, especially Obsidian doing a survival game like this.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I'm interested in like what Obsidian is now because somebody told me in my chat that they are owned by Microsoft now, but I thought we Googled that last week and it was not true.
I don't think they're owned by anybody, but I think they're getting stuff published by Microsoft in a sense, but they're still doing it like individually. Wait.
Microsoft announced the acquisition in unusual fashion with a tweet from Xbox Director of Programming Larry Herb. Both developers are now part of Microsoft Studios and fully owned by Microsoft. In Exile and Obsidian. Wow, holy shit.
All right, well,
never mind.
That must have been pretty recent because they
2018?
were owned by Paradox. they were being run by Paradox because like they produced Pillars of Eternity. They even produced I think they even produced Outer Worlds under Paradox. I don't think they did it under Microsoft.
I'm not sure.
Look into see when that happened.
Yeah, it's interesting. So they were like, yeah, they've got like Microsoft money now. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's like probably why they're not doing another CRPG. They're doing like a real big Elder Scrolls kind of RPG.
Right.
Which I told you how excited I was when I learned that Avowed is an Obsidian set. It's the Obsidian RPG set in fucking the Pillars universe.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited. And also, this begs the question, are you now going to play Pillars of Eternity, do you think?
I'm going to have to actually sit down and play Pillars of Eternity. Like, I've always wanted to play Pillars of Eternity, and like, but it's just so intimidating, kind of. Because, like, I haven't really touched a CRPG since Dungeon Siege, really?
Dungeon Siege is different than a CRPG. I think Dungeon Siege fits a little bit more in the Diablo category.
Right. You're right. I guess Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate. Neverwinter, kinda. Although it's not isometric, so it's like, I don't know. Well, actually, is it? Yeah. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I would love to play Neverwinter Nights, but then I was looking at the Steam reviews. People hated that campaign.
Yeah.
People fucking hated it. It was all about the multiplayer. I'm like, oh,
yeah, it was all about the
interesting.
multiplayer, or it was a weird bunch that liked it.
Yeah. So maybe I won't do that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to install Pillars of Eternity and just fucking bite the bullet.
It's just a lot of reading. It's a lot of reading. It's kind of funny. Like a couple people mentioned, they were like, I'm like, not very many people stream CRPGs, so they were like, it's nice to have somebody else just do the reading for you. I was like, yeah, that's good. I'm glad that you're, because it is a lot of work.
It is so long. Yeah, I think I'm
33 hours in, and
damn.
I am halfway done.
Oh, fuck me.
Here's the thing, though. If you like delving into the lore of a game, like Dragon Age, like,
yeah,
holy fuck. There is so much shit here. It's like, it was almost a blessing that I had to start over 20 hours in, because there was so much stuff that you just can't, I feel like you can't really get the first time through.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm missing the context for this, and the context either comes later or it kind of comes together through additional dialogue or notes or something, and then it's just hard to live like piece that through, and then when you see it again, it the dots connect a little more.
Right. Yeah. That's why I do play Fallout and like Skyrim, because there's still every once in a while I'll boot those up just for like shits and giggles, and there's still stuff that I never found before or I never saw before, and like it's just kind of one of those things where you're constantly like relearning things or finding things that you didn't understand from before.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, I did have one more game I played, which is another shocker. I think I told you already before the podcast, but I played Dead by Daylight for the first time, which is like not a me kind of thing at all. But I was convinced by my friends group, who I think are probably never going to play again.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it's just our thing. Get your friends to spend money and ditch them.
Fair.
Yeah, I think it's a really, really neat thing that made me like feel some sort of like scaredness, like not horror, like creepy scared, but like actually like the closest a game can get to like run for your life as it can get, I think. And it was awesome. It felt really good the first couple rounds, but then we started getting the barriers of that game like start breaking down, like the rules and shit, because there's nothing in place to stop a killer from being way better than you and toying with you. So we got stuck in a match for like 40 minutes of somebody just like fucking with us. And apparently the reason they do that is because they're gaining, like they're trying to do their challenge or get points. Like they're just racking up their score. And it gets our score up because we're like reviving each other and like, you know, doing shit. But also it took 40 minutes. Like it was just not, and we're not really playing the game anymore. We're just like, he decides if we're going to keep playing or not, and we have no say in the matter. It was really agitating because we met that like 3 or 4 times. And I wish that there was some, I don't know how you would do it, but some way to prevent people from doing that.
Like you only have a certain amount of time, or like matches can only last like 15 minutes
maybe.
Or something.
Yeah, but I think maybe that would make it, because if you and the killer are evenly matched, it's perfect not having a timer, because like the timer is the survivors are escaping. So, but if the killer is just like too well versed in the game, like there's nothing you can fucking do. And if they put a time limit, if you got a normal match, it would weight toward the survivors, you know?
Right.
So, I don't know. It was just kind of a strange thing. I was playing with somebody who had played it a bunch of it, and it happened to us while he was playing. I was like, why? Why? And he's like, oh, it just happens sometimes. Like, it's pretty rare. I was like, I don't know. It's happened to us like 3 times tonight. He's like, yeah, kind of. I was like, you play a shitload of this game, and you're just like, I feel like people who love that game just like try to ignore it, and I don't think I can.
Dota.
What?
Sorry.
What about
Dota?
I
had something in my throat. Nothing.
How's that related to what I'm talking about?
I'm just saying that Dota matches can last fucking forever.
It's not about the time. It's about the fact that you're not really playing the game. Like if I was playing a Dota match and the other team was so much better than us that and actually this does happen like in a tiny window. In League of Legends you can give up, which is awesome. In Dota, you have to wait for it to end, and then people fountain dive, and they do adjust the mechanics to like make the fountain more powerful and shit like that. But I'm just saying, like, we're not playing the game. Like, if we were playing an intense match of Dead by Daylight that lasted 40 minutes, that'd be awesome. But instead, we're just being fucking dropped and picked up and dropped over and over again for like 20 minutes. It sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I don't like people fucking. I couldn't get into that game. I tried really hard because I like the idea and the concept. Mm-hmm. But a couple of my people in my chat are obsessed with it, but it's just not my fucking.
I think the only way to experience it, and it's very hard to manufacture this, is get everyone on the same level of barely knows how to play, and then put them against each other. You know? Yeah. And then after that, I feel like the game's not interesting anymore.
Like an ELO system or something.
Yeah, maybe. But maybe that means it's only fun for like 10 hours, you know? Like, then it's not fun anymore.
Then it turns into a grind fest.
Right. Well, yeah, it kind of does. Because the 5th or 6th time this happened to us, I was like kind of into it. I was like, oh, yeah, I kind of hope we get a killer who lets us grind points because there's this thing I want. And then I was like, come on, dude. What is this, RuneScape? We're just grinding it out? Like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's gross, dude.
Yeah, so I don't think I'll be playing a lot of it, but I haven't completely written it off.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Fair. I'm curious what else is in there. And playing the killer's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Because that way I'm the idiot and I can't prolong the match even if I wanted to.
You're like, well, Oh, they got away again. Those darn kids and their stupid dog.
If it wasn't for these meddling survivors that have 5,000 hours in the game, I would have got away with it.
That's good. Well, you branched out this week. I'm actually kind of impressed with you.
I kind of did that yeah, Grounded and this game.
I know.
I'm a what is it? I don't know. Turning a new leaf.
Variety streamer?
Yeah. Well, I'm always that.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
How dare you?
How dare
How
I?
dare
Fuck
you?
Fuck you.
No. Yep.
I was gonna ask you something, but you made me forget with that no.
The no by itself.
Oh, is this gonna maybe, since you played Grounded, how does this make you feel about survival games like that, though?
Of the ones that are out there, I'm kind of not interested. The main thing that made me interested in this was the Unix setting. I have no interest in defending myself from zombies.
Fair.
Or dinosaurs for that matter. Yeah, I don't think I enjoy the loop enough to just like throw another shell on it. I'm really glad that I have never really tried one other than I mean, I guess, would you put Don't Starve in the same category? It kind of is, but it's very different.
Wait, which one?
Don't Starve.
Don't Starve, kind of.
Yeah.
There's other games that are similar to like Don't Starve and like this game that you might actually like that don't use a gimmick.
I'm just saying, like Rust, I have no interest in. Conan, I have no interest in.
No, I literally tell people every time they're like, "Do you play Rust?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you shouldn't."
I have no interest in 7 Days to Die. I have no interest in. Well, I have some interest in 7 Days to Die, but it being an alpha for so long, not really.
I know. I feel.
And then Archive is absolutely no. I have actually tried that before. It was awful.
Don't play.
But the popular ones, yeah, I don't see myself getting into.
All right. I might find another one that I can maybe throw your way. Now I could debate you and fucking.
Maybe. You did it with Inside.
I did it with Inside, and I'll do it again. Wait, Inside's a great fucking game. Everybody should experience that.
I agree. It was awesome. I'm glad you did it.
Anyway, so yeah, that's it for that.
News?
Are you ready for some news?
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 Yeah, give me some news. No, never mind.
Say it.
I was gonna say, give me some news, or I'll put my neck in the noose.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I'm just trying to think of rhyming shit. It's not about the act, you guys.
I thought snooze, maybe? Before I take a snooze?
Reason I said never mind.
Jeez. Maybe you can bleep that out if you want. Jesus fuck. Okay, anyway.
No.
So, Xbox. It's been in the news a lot this week because our Lord and Savior Gaben is in love with Xbox, but also Xbox just announced with the launch of Halo Infinite that it will have free multiplayer. So the rumors that's going around is that Xbox is planning to discontinue Xbox Gold, and all of its games that are going to be online, you'll be able to play for free online immediately. So now, being the non-console person that I am, I didn't realize that you had to have Xbox Gold in order to play online games such as Call of Duty and shit like that.
Yep.
Which fucking blows my marbles. Like, my marble brain's out, just like all over the place. Like, the fact that I don't understand it. I don't get it. You pay a monthly fee, and then fucking people make fun of PC gamers. I guess we pay a monthly fee, but that's for the internet. But we don't pay a monthly fee on top of that monthly fee to play our online games.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense. But anyway, that's good news for Xbox people. On top of that, Lord Gaben is really happy with Xbox. Did you see all the things that he said about Xbox?
No, but you know what's funny? I think our Lord and Savior, Gaben, only likes the underdog. Because he backed the PS3 also. Remember? All the Steam integration that happened there? And that was
that's true.
Bad. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, but also it could be because the top 3 selling games this past week are all Xbox/Microsoft's.
Oh, interesting.
Publishing. Yeah, Grounded, Destroy All Humans, and there was another one that I can't think of off the top of my head. But they've rotated out already. It's already changed. But yeah, it was kind of funny that like he was saying that, and then the top, like not the top 3 selling, but in the top 10 there was at least 3 published by Xbox. So
well, I mean, it makes sense to back anybody who's backing PC. You know, like PlayStation still keeps their shit off PCs. So
well, I mean that's kind of chasing with
it is,
Horizon,
but it's also not.
I mean, you're not wrong,
but it's also not.
You're not wrong, because the fact that Horizon Zero Dawn is still like in the top sellers right now, and all the other games that were from Microsoft just fell out. The fact that this is still happening, and that it's taken PlayStation this long for them to let it integrate onto PC is a little weird.
Yeah. They should side with if Gaben's gonna choose Xbox as his little partner, go to Epic.
Right.
PlayStation.
Oh, I mean, so it's funny that Gaben did choose them, because I think the only people that support Steam overlay is Sony. So like I can log into Steam on my PlayStation 4 right now.
Yeah. Well, that goes back to the PlayStation 3 integration. That's why that's there, yeah.
Right. And I don't know if since I don't have the newest Xbox, I don't know if I can integrate with Steam.
Pretty sure you can't.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's a really weird world. But yeah, that would actually be the smart move for Sony. and Sweeney, fucking Tim Sweeney's obsessed with PlayStation. Oh my god, did we just fucking help them connect?
Maybe.
Oh no.
I mean,
what have we done?
That'd be fine.
What have we done?
It's competition, right? Sorta.
Yeah, I mean, competition is good. Competition is good. So we actually talked about this a little bit earlier before we started recording the podcast, and we were joking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But Anthem did actually finally start talking about more of their redesigns for the game and up-and-coming major changes that they're implementing.
I feel like, how long has Anthem been out? 2 years?
Oh, Jesus fuck. I don't know.
It feels too late, man. It feels so late to, like, not even be announcing when it's coming.
Yeah.
Just fucking, just drop it. Where is it?
BioWare
the game already.
Yeah.
Yeah, either drop it, which I think is what they should do, or drop it. Fucking put shit in there.
Either drop the updates or drop the game.
Either drop the game or drop the content. Fucking do one of them.
Right. So one of the big things that they talked about to bring back this Frankenstein resurrection is doing stuff that was focusing on how to get loot, increasing your chances for better stuff, along with quests to get specific items. And as I was reading this, I was like, Warframe already does this. Why didn't they just steal this idea from Warframe?
Right.
Like, you go to a specific map, you grind it, and you have a chance to have this item drop. Every once in a while, like every 4 hours, stuff refreshes. You have new quests. You could go do stuff to get certain things. Like, it didn't make any sense. Like, at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, you guys designed this game with destruction of Destiny and Warframe in mind, yet you didn't steal some of the greatest components.
I know,
that made that game
it's kind of funny because that genre isn't overpopulated yet, but there are two amazing examples of it, and they didn't do it.
They didn't use any of the... Oh, it was such a big error on them. And, like, even in Warframe, like, you have a chance to, like, find certain random weird cues that drop specialty loot in it. And that's one of the things that they talked about. They're like walking chests where certain enemies will spawn and they have a chance to drop certain items. And it was just like, am I reading fucking something from like 6 years ago? Like, hello?
That's the thing. Like, people love to say this thing when they're comparing two things. They think this is the argument, right? I say Anthem sucks, and they're like, yeah, but so did Warframe in the first couple of years. But then I go, yeah, but Warframe already exists.
Yes, so I can go play Warframe.
Pull from it, steal from it. That's what you do.
Right. Everybody else does it.
Jesus.
Look at fucking Riot. Riot's the most perfect example of taking something and making it better.
Yeah. That's what Destiny did.
Exactly. It's way less grindy compared to Warframe, although I still like Warframe. But
yeah,
they were talking about these major changes and that they were going to work on some of the melee builds because melee sucks dick apparently in Anthem, that it's almost impossible to play.
Yikes. And
they're like, well, we made some minor changes to the gameplay, so you guys have that, and then we don't know when we're going to drop this. So.
Oh my god.
BioWare! What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
It doesn't.
Get a Dragon Age!
I really feel like, I don't know, man. I know it's easy to say this. I've heard lots of people say it, but it just feels true, man. I think BioWare's dead. I have almost no hope for Dragon Age 4 at this point. Like,
no,
I know it'll release, but I don't think it's gonna be good. There's no way.
I'm really sad.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be proven wrong. Please, BioWare, please prove me wrong.
100%.
Please prove me wrong. But right now, I'm doing the fucking finger in the collar, pulling it out. Yeesh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they should definitely need to just drop Anthem and maybe focus on either making another good game like Mass Effect or Dragon Age or something like that.
Yeah.
Something single player.
I mean, they fucked up Mass Effect too.
And Mass Effect 3, according to a lot of other people. I haven't played any of them, so.
No, Mass Effect 3 is amazing. Those people are wrong.
I think you're the only one that I've ever heard say that Mass Effect 3 is
I've met two or three.
There's literally tens of us.
Yeah, literally.
Handfuls.
Yeah, we're like never nudes, all right? We're out there.
We're out there. You should start a fucking Steam group called Neverwinter. Why did I think Neverwinter? Mass Effect 3 is all right.
Yeah, it's all right. You can't even give us that? It's okay.
Mass Effect 3 is okay.
I think it's legitimately good. Although, to be fair, I haven't played it since it came out. You know, and my opinion on Witcher 2 was shit, so we'll see.
I know. As we get older, shit does change.
I know. It's fucked up, man.
Okay.
My hands are fatter than they used to be.
I know. I'm definitely fatter than I used to be. Feels quarantine, man. Feels quarantine. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I didn't bring this up because it was like so short-lived. But a couple weeks ago, in the middle of July, people in Red Dead Redemption 2 started dressing up as clowns.
Yeah, what the fuck was this? All I saw were like some screenshots of people in clown shit. But why were they doing it?
So they were mad because like no updates have happened for Red Dead Redemption in a hot minute. There's been no like major things since like the Moonshiner thing launched, and I think that was almost a year ago. And they were like really pissed, and like people were mad because like they felt neglected. They announced all this shit for GTA 5 that was going to happen with the launch of the PlayStation and the Xbox. And then they said nothing for Red Dead Redemption 2. So they were pissed. Like, the whole community's pissed. And, like, there's a huge role-playing community that's still in Red Dead Redemption, right? It's still pretty big on Twitch. Don't die on me, portz, yet.
Yep, sorry.
I haven't killed you.
I didn't make it with my mute button.
So there's this huge RP group that's still interactive, and it's streamed all over Twitch. There's like a huge following. There's this one person that I follow, and she's fucking amazing, and she's hilarious. It's this little old lady, or it's this drag queen that pretends to be a little old lady, and she's adorable, and she acts like an old lady in the game too. Yeah. So I just fucking love Granny. Oh my god, she's so funny. And, but yeah, so people were bombarding these streams and running around in these clown outfits, and it was like orange bottoms, this hideous green jacket, and then a clown mask. And it's the only one in the game. And so people were running around just terrorizing people's streams, just running around, just destroying towns, fucking up shit in servers and everything. Just fucking everything up, right?
This is my favorite thing about online games.
Right.
How does this movement get started?
I don't know how it got started. You just see
like 4 people doing it, and then you're like, I want to do that, and then like thousands of people are fucking doing this. It's amazing.
Literally, that's kind of how it started. It reminded me of, like,
there's no other way it could start.
Yeah, exactly. And like I saw it all over Twitter. I saw all the screenshots. I saw it at a couple streams that I was watching, and like just this havoc that ensued, and it was just hilarious. But it only lasted a week.
Yeah, let me know. I can't wait for the rug pulling out from under them. I can't fucking wait. What is it?
Well, okay. So Rockstar did announce that they were going to do an update, and everybody's like, oh my god, they listened. Yay. Yay. They listened to us. Our protest worked.
Yes, and, as all of them do.
Yeah, exactly. And as this launch happened, it was for the naturalist. And it was like this new job that you could do, right? And it sucks. It's bad. It's really bad. Basically what you do as the naturalist is you go around and you take pictures of animals, and then you drink the animals and you get their blood, and that's literally it.
What do you do with the blood?
You turn it in for money.
Oh, Jesus.
You're a fucking human hunting vampire.
Have you hunted much in Red Dead Redemption?
I'm a trader in Red Dead Redemption 2 online, and when I do all that stuff, it's so much fun for me because, like, I'm literally hunting down animals, but I'm hauling them back.
Yeah, I hate hunting in that game.
I'll be honest.
I think it's ass.
Your ass.
It's like hunting in real life. It takes too long. Sometimes you spook the animal. And I'd rather just shoot some shit. That's fair.
So with this, the hunting aspect, it is a lot like hunting minus the killing. And you take pictures of animals, and it's like cutesy and stuff like that. But the biggest problem is the mechanics of how this tranquilizer dart works. So you shoot them with this like 22 tranquilizer gun, right? And it's not enough to kill most of them. But it takes a while for the sedative to work. So if you do it against like any animal that goes near the water, it's gonna run into the water, pass out halfway through the water, and then just float away from you. And you're like trying to like struggle to like push it back to land. You're trying to like fucking lasso it back in. But by the time it like you may be able to like push it back to the land, it's woken up and it's fucking running away from you again. So what do? You shoot it again, and then it goes back into the water, and you're in this perpetual horrible cycle for 20 minutes.
So you know what that reminds me of? It landing in the water. It reminds me of in Grounded when you're trying to get those droplets, the dew droplets.
Oh, yes.
And they drop it into a body of water, and you're like, well, fuck, now I can't drink.
You're like, I might as well drink the poopy water.
Yep.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was an experience.
Yeah. I would love if Red Dead Online was good. It seems like it's bad, so I don't play it. Really?
I mean, yeah.
Interesting.
I play it every once in a while.
What is good about it? Just hunting?
I do the trader thing and stuff like that, and then I'll run into people, and I just kind of, I talk in my fucking weird southern drawl that I fake, and shit like that. I don't know. It's just so comfy for me.
Interesting.
There's something. I told you, I love the fishing and the hunting, and that's where I spent most of my time as Arthur.
I don't know what happened to your mic there, but it sounded like you said cunting, and that was pretty funny.
Cunting?
I love the fishing and the cunting. What can I say?
I love the fishing and the cunting. Gotta get those oysters, baby. Anyway.
Yeah, so I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I haven't given it a fair shake. I like what you and I did, because that was like a sort of sketchy improvised thing where we were just like fucking around together.
Show? Yeah,
but like alone, I don't know what the fuck I would do in that game. I feel like I would just like not do anything. I do like being in the world, but I can do that in single player. You know, I could go do the hunting shit alone, which I do plan to 100% that game. And I was thinking, I'm playing it on Xbox right now, so Fabian can watch me. And I think as soon as that's done, I'm gonna start playing it on PC and get my 100% there,
No!
and that'll literally be my third time playing the game. But it's on PC. It's so beautiful on PC.
It is really nice.
So
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, Red Dead Online. I don't know. How much have you played? Do you think? Like 20 hours? Less than that?
Online, I think most of my play. Okay, I don't know. Let me look. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah. Giving you 1 second. I'll talk about some junk, which is nothing, because I have nothing to say. I'm an uninteresting person with nothing more to say. I don't know. I don't think I've played anything else this week. I was thinking, like, is there some hidden thing? Oh, actually, Aliens Colonial Marines, bitches. It's not as bad as you think. Oh, yeah, that's
right. How did you like that?
Not as bad as you think. It's definitely bad, but it's not as bad as its reputation is. And it's playable, and I might finish it.
Oh, shit.
I got halfway through it pretty easily, and I wasn't necessarily bored. Not fully, I guess.
Oh, no. What's wrong with you?
It's weird, like, what I choose to spend my time on.
Yeah, you're an interesting character.
I was talking about what were people playing? There was a big release recently. Oh yeah, Last of Us 2. I was like sitting there playing Aliens Colonial. I was like, man, people are like getting their rocks off to Last of Us 2 right now. Some of the best storytelling in gaming, right? Some of the best graphics, animation. Here I am playing fucking Aliens Colonial Marines.
Okay, so I have 100 hours in the game total. And
Whoa!
I think it's probably like 60-40.
Wow, that's amazing. 60
online.
Being... Okay, wow.
60 online. Mm-hmm.
So you haven't beat the game yet?
No.
Jesus.
I'm afraid. I told you.
Yeah, but you just gotta get through that. You just gotta get through that. No spoilers.
That are happening. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you about it off the recording Audacity.
Yep.
Certain things happened, and I haven't touched it since because it makes me sad.
I get it.
Anyway.
You would have beat it if we were still competing, huh?
Probably.
Okay.
I need that fucking competition. I don't have anybody to compete with. It's not as much fun.
I know. As soon as I'm unemployed, I'll start competing again.
Fair.
I feel like I'm going to get fired any day now, so as soon as that happens, I'll spark it back.
Just keep being an asshole, and I'm sure it'll happen soon enough.
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is actually a New York Times article talking about video games this year and remakes.
Okay.
And this year has had a lot of remakes come out. Like, a fuck ton. Like, we had Final Fantasy 7 remake, we had Crash Bandicoot, we had Spyro, we had fucking, what is that other game? Resident Evil, like, hello?
Oh, yeah.
Also, on top of that, we had Destroy All Humans, which I just got to experience. And then there's been a couple little other gems that have just been sprinkled in.
Was Warcraft this year? Warcraft 3?
Warcraft 3? Was that this year? Or was it at the end of last
year?
I don't know. Remember. I'm kind of including the end of last year.
Yeah.
With some of these. But yeah. Definitely. Definitely 100% sure. And like how people are playing these remakes or these...
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
What?
I wasn't really thinking about this, but why did SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom get a fucking remake?
That's right, SpongeBob. That's another one.
Why did it?
I don't know, but I'm okay
I've never heard anyone talk about that game or give a fuck about it at all. I mean, I get that people do like it, but it's not like it was a top seller.
I
it was a niche, weird thing. And it's okay, you know?
I love SpongeBob, so I was, like, super psyched for it. And, like, there was that SpongeBob anime that got put out, like, a couple weeks ago. And then that person's channel ended up getting fucking attacked by YouTube. And I'm really mad at YouTube right now. Because that was, like, a fucking masterpiece. I was like, I'm so excited for more of these. This guy spent 6 months. If he's going to get all this funding, he's going to be able to do more of these. So and then YouTube is like... oh, this isn't for children. And he's like, yeah, I know. I said it was PG-13. And he's like, YouTube's like, oh, well, we're going to still mark your channel twice, so don't do it again or else you're
Can't YouTube just have a separate thing? You know how they have, like, the YouTube music and the YouTube gaming and shit, which obviously the gaming part failed, but Can't they just separate the content? Be like, this is YouTube after hours or whatever the fuck, you know? Like, it's for adults, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's always this weird thing because, I mean, I guess it's probably from analytics, right? It's probably like every 12-year-old in the fucking universe is on YouTube, and they're skewing the fucking numbers, and they're like, we can't show this to 12-year-olds, and they have to do something about it, otherwise lawsuits or whatever the fuck. But Jesus Christ, man. Also, adult content is what raised me, okay? I mean, not naked people. That's not what I'm saying. But stuff I wasn't supposed to see. That shapes you as a person, and it's not that bad. And it shouldn't be endorsed by adults, because otherwise it normalizes it, and you become a less interesting person. But if you have to sneak around and get that shit, that's what makes you an interesting person. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. We're all... Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm just rambling for no fucking reason at this point.
Portz. I think Portz took all my energy because I was so hyped at the beginning of this. Now I'm like super chill, and now he's fucking going crazy. You sucked my energy, you fucking vampire.
It worked.
It worked. You're right. Okay.
So what's the point of this New York Times article?
It was just talking about how people are really pumped for all these remakes and these remasters, and they think it's a great move for the industry to be doing these remasters of classic games.
We've been doing it for a while, New York Times. Shut the fuck up.
I know, but like this year in particular, there was just a lot more than normal. And
well, I think there was a pushback against it a couple years ago, because the 360 had a lot of remakes too, and then it was like one generation was like, hey, enough of that, we need to see some new shit, and then eventually everyone's like, well, I kind of like the old shit, actually.
Well, I kind of miss the old shit because the new shit sucks dick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Turns out new shit's pretty hard.
Yeah, new shit is
just
hard.
Just ask BioWare. Got him!
Fucking got him! Drop it, Anthem. Drop it. Just. Anyway, so energy's back. So yeah, they were talking about how people are leaning towards these remakes rather than trying to go and find the original content, because one, it's hard to go get the original fucking version of some shit.
Plus, we like the way the best remake is a game who makes us feel the same way we did when it came out, but isn't. You know?
Exactly.
So with minor tweaks to make it more modernized, and yeah, if there's a good one, it does that. It gets rid of the bullshit. So if there was a remake of Witcher 2, all they would change is just make good combat.
Right. Make good combat, maybe make it look a little nicer. That's how I feel about Destroy All Humans. But like watching people play Final Fantasy VII and how that portrayed, and that basically felt like a completely different game.
Yeah.
It's not the same game. It's not a remake. They basically take it and like
I also don't think it makes I don't think it makes you feel the way that the original would
definitely
either.
Didn't make you feel, and it was trying to go for like some nostalgia feels and then try to punch you in the gut, because like everybody knows the big bad guy Sephiroth is the main focus, but you don't see him until the very end of disc 1 on the original thing, when he kills Aerith and like all this shit happens and fucking shit blows up, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening? Who are you? And you're like, just like this build up towards him, and like the last 2 discs is going after him, and like I think I saw him in the first 10 minutes of the remake, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is he here? He's not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. And like just sitting there, I'm like, why are they showing him off? Like, this is a game for Zoomers, because they don't have the attention span to wait 1 disc worth to fucking find Sephiroth, and then they completely changed a lot of the story. Yeah. Like there's this whole weird. There's always been a love triangle between you, Tifa, and Aerith, and then, sorry, these are all spoilers, but fucking the game's been out for almost 6 months. But then they add Jesse.
Yeah.
They add Jesse, and then it becomes a love box. So you're in this fucking love box between all three of these ladies. So you have a harem as Cloud. And then they completely changed the ending. Because this is supposed to end where disc 1 is. And I won't say the ending on how they changed it. So it's not even following the original story anymore. So I don't feel like this is a remaster. I feel like this is a re-envision.
Yeah, this is like somebody else's director's cut.
Right.
Like, they didn't direct the movie, but now we're going to let them do the director's cut.
It's like the last 3 Star Wars movies. We had J.J. Abrams do the first one, whoever the fuck did the second one, and then J.J. Abrams did the third one. And
I won't even dignify this podcast by saying that man's name, by the way.
We won't dignify his name. But that director said, fuck you, J.J. Abrams. I'm going to do what I want. And he, like, Michael Bay'd the shit out of it. And, like, he's like, fuck this. Everybody's a Jedi. Everybody can have Jedi powers. You're a Jedi. You're a Jedi. And he was, like, fucking Oprah Winfrey and just, like, fucking giving it out. And then they're, like, it's not the best one. I still enjoyed it because, like, Star Wars. But it's not the best one. But, like, that's how I feel about Final Fantasy VII with these remakes. And, like, some of these remakes that are, like, copy for copy, I'm happy with. Like, Spyro, I really, really enjoyed the fact that I could actually play it again because I can't get a PlayStation 1 that works. I looked.
Right.
And I can't, like, Destroy All Humans, I can't even find a fucking copy that's a decent price and plus a PlayStation to work on it anymore.
Yeah.
So, the fact, and it's really good because it brings in the newbies who didn't get to experience these games, but also giving people like us who did get to experience these games that nice, comfy, like, nostalgia. Like,
yeah. I've always thought remasters, remakes, whatever, I think it's good. Because a lot of people think, oh, they should be working on new games. But it's like the amount of time it takes, other than Final Fantasy, is almost none. Like, it's compared to making a new game, it's like almost none. Let them crank that out. Let the nostalgia buyers buy it. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's not. And then they'll have more money to make the new thing. Like, that's just part of it. It's fine. Like, we're not getting fucking nonstop bangers, right? So either they're going to rush a new game and it's going to suck ass, or they can remaster an old thing that was kind of good, and now we can play it easily. Sometimes with our friends, sometimes, it's multiplayer shit that, can bring more people together. Like you said, the new people, the old people. And then it can set the stage for a better new thing.
Right. And, like, if it gets that... Yeah, financially. That's the biggest thing, is, like, at the end of the day, these people are trying to make money, and if they can capitalize on your money...
I don't think they should half-ass it. I don't think they should be bad ports or whatever the fuck, obviously. And that does happen, but by and large, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. 100%.
100.
With it.
Keep it 100. Yeah.
Oh, no, are we agreeing?
Are we at green?
Oh, no, we started the podcast on a green, and now we're agreeing again?
Oh, fuck! You bitch!
You stupid poo-poo head!
Yeah, well, that hit hard.
Sorry,
all right, ease it back a little bit.
I'm sorry. Pee-pee head? Is that better?
Pee-pee head?
Pee-pee head?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, well, that's it for pretty much the news this week.
Sweet. Did you, by the way, just real quick, did you watch the Xbox thingy? Conference thing? Was that this week? Or was last week? Ah, fuck. We already talked about it. Never mind.
Yeah, we did.
That's it. Suck it, gamers. We're all out.
Hey, Ports, where can people find your
They can find me on the internet. Twitch.tv, those social reports, and, Twitter. Also the reports.
The real Ports. You can find the podcast and ignore Backlog. And I have a surprise for you after this podcast. But
wow, that's amazing.
People can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Evil Space Bunny. And that's pretty much it.
Sweet. Thanks everybody for listening.
Thanks everybody for listening. Don't forget to share us too.
Was episode 44. We love being shared, by the way. You're not selfish. You shouldn't be either.
No, don't.
Spread it around like an STD.
Spread it around like an STD, but spread us.
Spread us around like an STD, but don't spread STDs around like STDs.
Yeah, there we go.
Thanks everybody for listening and sharing with a friend.
Share with a friend.
Helps keep the lights on. I've heard that in podcasts before,
Helps keep the lights on.
Even though we make literally zero money on this.
We make laughs. We
we make laughs and receive them also, I guess.
Exactly. All right. Well, good luck. Have fun. Stay safe. And we'll see you next time, nerds.
Rest in peace, Regis Philbin.
Oh, no. And the diabetes guy.
The diabetes guy. What a way to honor him.
Wilford Brimley. Okay.